What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? You know what? We didn't even do an introduction. We so late, y'all. We so late. But guess what? We here. We back. And guess what I decided to do? I decided to do like a guys talk all month, starting this month. You know, even though it's still July, I want to start bringing in some fellas to the actual fold. The ladies been asking, hey, where the fellas at? But tonight, guess what? I got this cool brother. He's gonna come on. Let me get everybody set. Welcome back to Date Night. We've been gone for a while. We back, and just want to make sure that I always tell everybody like I always do. This is not a podcast. It's a platform. So this platform is actually for those who like to come on and just kind of share their thoughts, share their ideas. We need to get the chat popping tonight. Ladies, guess what? We got two fellas in here, me and this other guy. This other guy decided to bring his name is said. We're going to bring him in, but we need the questions. Anything you ladies want to ask the fellas tonight, we're going to bring it out tonight. Hey, all guns blazing. You know, we coming out like Rambo, a.k.a. Rambro. We're not pulling no strings today. We're going to put my fellas in. Also, just to let you know, just a reminder, Facebook, YouTube, Date Night Online. You can also reach us at Instagram, Date Night Online TV. Facebook, you can go to Mark Weaver on Facebook. All my videos out. The next couple of weeks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually go back and look at some of the old videos from back in the day. We're going to do a recap of all the videos from back in the day. But tonight, guess what? Let me go ahead and bring my boy in. What's up, Sid? What's going on, man?
What's going on? Everything.
Hey, man, it took us a journey to even get in this thing tonight, man.
You made it, dude. We made it.
I don't know what it was, man. But we here. We back. Hey, so check it. So I met. Hey, what you say? Go ahead. What's that now?
They ain't ready for us tonight. That's all it is.
You know what? Hey, absolutely. So look, anybody that's looking at this video tonight, listen, y'all, do me a favor. Look, I don't ask for nothing. Only thing I ask for is participation. I want you to share this video, hit the like button, send it to your friends, send it to your girlfriends, your boyfriends, and say, hey, you might find some fellas that may be in tune with some of the things that you're thinking about. So, good evening. What's going on, Miss Keisha? Good evening. You know, see, we got people coming in on the chat already. What's happening? Okay. Oh, look. So, check this out. Said, real quick, I met Said, what was that, Labor Day? Memorial Day?
July.
Damn, man. It's been that long? 4th of July. Okay, I met Said 4th of July. And he was kind of telling me a little bit about some things he got going on. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know where you're from and anything you got going on. Let everybody know what you got going on if we can get started.
All right, what's going on, y'all? I'm Sid. I'm originally from Tupelo, Mississippi. I'm here in Atlanta right now. I've been here about 3 years. So, you know, thanks for all the welcomes, all you Atlanta natives out there.
Right.
I do stand-up comedy and also got a podcast of my own called With That Being Said. I talk about a various amount of subjects. 20-year Air Force retiree, been around the world, have a lot of experience and a lot of things under my belt.
Great. Okay, and so tell us everybody a little bit about your platform, though. Tell me what your platform is about, and kind of give us an idea while we let everybody come in.
Well, it's mostly about, you know what I'm saying. I'm like to talk about life, you know what I'm saying. Anything that, you know. I had an opportunity to go when Ahmaud Arbery got shot. I had an opportunity to go and get some footage from that, go talk to some people that runs with. Like when COVID was kicking up, I had an opportunity to get some footage and some coverage of that. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of being out in the streets and out and about and trying to stay, you know, give a point of view of things that people are currently going through, you know, and then also have conversations with friends from the military about different topics and stuff as well.
Right. Okay, so you say you was in the military for a few years. So here's the thing. So currently you're in Atlanta. Okay, so here's the thing. Tell me what you think about this. So I hear a lot of people say, well, no, Atlanta is messed up and this and that. And the dating is this and that. in your experience with a guy that travels like you do, what would you say? Is it the same everywhere? Is it different here in Atlanta? Tell me about your dating experience here in Atlanta and also some of the places that you visited.
I mean, it is. There is. Depending on where you go, the dating culture and everything can be a little bit. Of course, overseas, the dating is not as high maintenance as it is here in the States. I would say,
Yeah.
in certain parts of the states, the dating kind of high maintenance. Like I'm from a small town in Mississippi. It's not really that high maintenance. You know, what I'm saying? And back in my day, we're going to Applebee's and going to get something to eat, going to the movies, and just that type of thing. Where California is more who you know and kind of superficial sometimes, and even in Atlanta, it can be kind of I think it's a lot of superficial stuff going on, and as well as high expectations, stuff like that. Data across the board, I feel like a lot of
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so when you say high maintenance, is it the attitude, or like, or is it more so like we expect to be here? Don't take me here, but we need to be over here. Like, have you ran across a situation where you took a young lady out and she didn't seem appreciative as far as at least your time? Have you ever had that situation before?
I mean, no, I haven't had that situation.
Okay.
But I mean, that might be because kind of like a lot of I like to take a woman out on whatever. So it was just kind of like I think I attract more women who they kind of expect. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't say nothing because I'm taking them to the right place already. You know what I'm saying? I've already kind of peaked game on who I can take where. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I'm not going. I mean, I'm not trying to impress nobody. You know what I'm saying? So if I take you to a place and you don't like it, I've never run into that situation, but I do understand that some women can come in with a high expectation but a you know, low reciprocation.
Yeah, yeah. So you're single, correct?
Yeah.
How long you been single, brother?
Technically, technically probably about a year and a half, but officially as of February.
Okay, what do you mean by technically, bro? Explain the technical side.
Thing that they have in life called a lease. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, tell me about the lease program.
Yeah. No, and then in that type of situation, kind of sort of.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just had, what I'm saying, the clock had to expire on that one. So, but during that time, I ain't trying I ain't trying to get in all our toxicity or whatever. So I just had to keep a low profile and just let the lease run out.
Yeah, you say, hey, they always say, if you, one thing about those leases, if you you got to ride it, but once you turn it in with too many miles on, you got to end up paying for it. So I get it. You want to go ahead and take it back to the dealer before you have to pay this tremendous amounts of money, though.
That balloon payment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Through your dating experience, well, let me start by asking you this: how often do you date, brother?
As currently, I mean, I'm getting back in the game, so I don't even know how to answer that question. Really.
When the last time you been on the date?
I went on a date this past weekend. I went on a date.
How was it?
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the person I went on a date with, it's like, I got the guard dogs out now. You know what I'm saying? If they and there wouldn't be no date. I ain't out there like that.
Right. Let me ask you. Say it again.
I said, hookah and Casamigos is expensive, so you know what I'm saying. We're gonna go do that. If we're gonna go on a date, it's I gotta like you for real.
Right. So how do you feel about first dates? Like do you go meet? Okay, so I have this scale, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got small, medium to large, right?
Right.
Okay, small would be coffee. Medium would be Mexican and Casamigos and hookah.
Okay.
And top would be let's say Houston's Ruth Chris, etc. On your first date, how do you typically date on your first date? Like, and what do you and how do you come about deciding on if that particular situation is worth that for you?
I mean, in all actuality, my first date might be. I mean, here in Atlanta, my first date might be picking. I'm gonna come pick you up. I'm gonna take you to Colony Square.
Okay.
Around, we're gonna talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
They got some pizza over here. They got boba tea. They got this. You know what I'm saying? You got a selection, or they got a bar right there. We can have a drink. You know what I'm saying? What you want? Saying you gonna talk? You gonna talk to me before you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coffee. You know what I'm saying? First date is small. First date is really small.
Yeah. Because I think. Yeah, because I think some brothers, what they end up doing, they end up probably going out on these dates. They start off high trying to impress the woman, right? But nowadays it's funny. And what are your thoughts about this? Nowadays, women can pretty much afford those high dates, and I think some guys think they are under the pressure of actually having to, show this extravagant date when in actuality, like you say, walks and coffee are good. But I've actually heard a woman say this, and tell me what your thoughts on. I heard a woman say she's worth more than a coffee date. What do you think about if you hear a woman say that? What are your first thoughts when you hear that?
My responsibility. Of course, you're worth more than a coffee date.
Right.
But what's wrong with a coffee date?
Yeah. So,
and like if I mean, it's kind of like if a woman is telling, if she's coming off like that, like she can't have a cup of coffee with you. If you can't have coffee with me, then how are we gonna talk? How are we gonna get along? How are we gonna do anything past? You know what I'm saying? So she's coming from a place of high expectation or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that has nothing to do with me. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. I actually went on a date one time, man. This was some years ago. I went on a date, and this girl was like, she sat down, took it to a place, real nice coffee spot or whatever. And then about halfway through the date, I say, we were talking, and she says, well, I usually go out and I usually have to put clothes on, right? And I feel like I'm putting jeans on. It was a nice coffee place for what I would say.
Right.
And then she says, well, I usually dress up before I go on dates, but you got me here. And this is why I expect, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, here's the thing, baby. I said, look, this is our first time talking, right? Mm-hmm. So your job and my job is to figure out what our likes are, what we don't like,
right,
and what we expect. And so I said, now I am offended, right, that you would try to hold me to a standard which I did not know of, right? So I would think that you should show some grace based upon you not giving enough information.
Right.
So for me, I'm definitely with you. Nowadays, those small intimate dates are great. Ladies, if those who think they're worth more than a cup of coffee, then you know what? You might have to find you a sucker to take you out. I'm just gonna be honest. Just for all the ladies out there, but okay. So okay, look, we got some people checking in. Look, we're gonna go ahead and to get some of these chats. It says, "Good choice. Go mid-level and talk to actually get to know each other. Coffee dates are good. Absolutely, that's a good." What's going on, Miss Perkins? We got people checking in. Some people be late to church sometime, man. I have to go ahead and let them in. Some people try to come into church after the offering is given, but guess what? The offering is still here, so y'all on time. All right. right. So how would you date? Your idea of dating, whether it be your own experience or what you see, between 1 and 10, what would you rate dating today? Because dating has changed. Have you ever been married before, bro? Before you answer that,
yeah.
How long you was married?
I was married 3 years.
3 years. 3 years. Okay. And how long ago was that?
I got divorced in 2021.
Just one. Okay. Did you see a change in dating? Like, yeah. Was it? Yeah. What was some of the biggest changes that you saw?
So I mean, even at that point in time, you know what I'm saying? the major change in dating was myself, because I just, I went into that, all in or whatever, and then it didn't go the direction I went in after my divorce. I was probably one of the most toxic dudes out there. In the military, traveling around, so I wasn't really serious about dating like that. But I got back into the dating thing. You know, I mean, I'm kind of a romantic. You know, I'm a sweet dude. You know what I'm saying? I want a romantic, treat a lady right and all that, right? But
Treat her like a lady. Go
like,
ahead, bro.
you know, now the game, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's accepted and they'll let you do that all day. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, you know, a lot of dudes go out here and taking a girl to Ruth's Chris on the first date, thinking he's doing something, but you don't know that she's her third time to Ruth's Chris this week. You know what I'm saying? Like you the one that can afford Ruth's Chris. You ain't the only one can do that. Whatever. You really want to get to know and see if she like you. You know, don't shoot your greatest shot. You know what I'm saying? Just even if you can do it, just chill. That's the whole part. But now on the lady side, it's just kind of like, because I can get Ruth's Chris 3 days a week, you need to step up and do what everybody else is doing. And
Right.
Back thinking, you know, because now you going on a date with an asshole that can afford Ruth's Chris when you got somebody who really wants to know you, offering you coffee, and you think you're too good for it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the biggest thing for me was women weighing their options, right? I remember before I got married, I was 38 years old. I got married, so that was around 2012. But up until that point, before marriage, women were locked in with one guy, right? I remember that, right? And then when I got divorced, I came out and started dating. I noticed that women were actually weighing their options, right? And so for me, that was the biggest change, right? Where I was the one and only guy. Now I'm out and competing, right? Like, have you ever felt like you was competing against other guys? Like, well, you know, as far as your dating, like, how do you feel about the competition and women putting us in the competitive stage at this point?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it can be that way. It comes off that way. I blame that on the dating apps and stuff like that, because everybody in the world, it makes you think you got a lot of options. You can just like or don't like, and saying, as far as, you know, you can reach out and touch somebody, you know what I'm saying, or you know, these women are single with 0.0 and all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying. So you kind of like feel like there's a lot of options out there. You don't really have to see a girl, talk to her a couple of times, ask for her number or nothing like that. Start off, boom, big, you know, say don't like you didn't say nothing I like, swipe this one. So I mean, and that is where it comes into that competition type thing, you know, or even competition, you know, either a real ex, imaginary ex. It's kind of like, oh, just, you know, it's just the game is laid out. It's crazy.
Man, this is a great. Check this out. Check this comment out right here. Say, we lost the art of truly getting to know each other to build quality relationships and partnerships. Everyone is excited about dating, but not the responsibility of authentic connection. That's dope right there. What do you think about that? What do you think about that particular comment right there?
100%.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, you know, like you said before, like access, too much of anything ain't good for nobody, right? And social media is probably one of the what can I say? It has definitely brought a spin to dating where no one can pay attention, right? No one can pay attention. It's easy to say, "Oh, I don't like him. Let me go over here." Right. But how do you know? Like all dates don't start like sparks, right? Everything don't start off like fireworks, right? So sometimes what happens is, a lot of times men and women, I'm not going to just say women, but men as well, we don't get an opportunity to really get to see, okay, that might not have gone well the first time. Let's go back and see. I kind of like some things about them, but you know, but now it's like I have to let me go see what Jimbo is talking about now. He's in my inbox, right? Cause you remember back in the day, man, only way you could meet a woman was at what, the club, grocery store, church. Yeah, we're all connected as one.
Not too many places.
Yeah. We're all connected as one. It's like social media is the new lounge, man. It's the new club, right? Right. So are you the type of guy that like to do rotational? You know what rotational dating is? Like when you date more than one woman, are you more of a one-on-one type of guy or a rotational type of guy?
I'm probably like rotational until you fall out of rotation, kind of sort of thing.
How many can you hold at one time, bro? Like, what's your max?
I mean, and that really at this point in time, I mean that's been my history. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now I'm kind of, like I said, I'm fresh out in January. I'm not even trying to jump out of here. Like,
Hmm.
oh, for real. But it depends. You know what I'm saying?
It depends.
I don't go for quality over quantity. You know, if I find one that then I like to be with, then we're gonna kick it most of the time. Anybody
Right.
and might a coffee date or here or lunch or that like that anywhere, but other than that, you know,
Yeah, yeah, the shit adds up, man. I'm tell you. So I would say in dating, my max capacity would probably be, and remember, okay. So I'm gonna say this: we're gonna give a max capacity number, right? So let's go ahead and lay it out and say it like this. Let's just say we just date. We ain't talking about sleeping with nobody. We ain't talking about all
right?
the other things that come along. We talking about I meet you. Hey, let's go out. You're interested. My max capacity would probably be about three.
Three.
Yeah. What about yourself? Or is it?
I mean, three is a good number.
That's a good number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because I mean,
Yeah.
like, go fourth one in there, somebody gonna get neglected.
Somebody gonna do it. Somebody gonna do it. Hey, so look, check this out. So I had a couple questions for you. But one of the biggest questions I had, I always want to ask another guy this, right? We have a lot of females that come on this particular pro. You know what? Let me go back in this. I see a good comment here, right here. It says, "Temptation is at everyone's fingertip. It's choice and discipline to achieve and keep an authentic relationship." Absolutely. You gotta have. Before I move on to the next question, but you definitely gotta have some type of discipline, right? Discipline to lock in, and I'll say this. Okay, I'm gonna speak to the ladies on this one because niggas gonna do what they want to do anyway. A nigga can't never tell another nigga what to do. They gonna do what they want to do, right? So when I'm gonna give a piece of advice for all the ladies out there, I'm gonna say this: if you are balanced and you can pay attention, excuse me, if you're balanced, right, and you're out in the dating world, it's only if you're balanced. Some women say, "Well, I gotta weigh my options too as well." Yeah, but I think you can probably figure out more if you just lock in and tap into that one particular person. Because if you add one, then you add another one. Now you're mixed with all different types of, male, whatever that is, right? And it seems it can be confusing, right? I don't know because I don't date niggas, but it seems like it can be confusing. So I would think this is my own thought process that because you guys have a great intuition and great discernment, you probably can figure out really really fast and really really quick if you lock in and then you say, okay, he ain't for me, and then you can move on. Guess what? Men are definitely out there, ladies. There's not going to be a shortage. If you take your time, I'm sure if you lock in with one person, you can definitely figure out real quick if that one person is for you. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't rotational date. I'm just saying if you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself and not have to deal with all the rigmaroles of the different types of stuff that men bring out doing dating, I would probably suggest one at a time. You can find out faster, regardless of what a guy does. Just continue to do what you need to do for yourself in order for you to achieve what it is when it comes to dating. Okay. Any thoughts on that, brother? Or
I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. I mean, actually, that's some similar to some advice I gave a lady friend of mine earlier this week. You know what I'm saying? Because she had her eye on a particular guy, but I knew she had a couple others in the rotation. And I'm like, well, if you really like him, then go on and cut the other ones off. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't want to be. I think it's if that energy is gonna be there, it's better to be on the masculine side than the feminine side.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So this is the question I have for you, brother. Okay. So, and this is your own opinion, your own thoughts here on date night. We don't. This is a people, and again, I want to tell everybody, this is a platform for the people. I bring anybody that wants to come on, just hit me up in the inbox. Anytime you want to come on, subscribe. Listen, we got people actually coming in and out of here. If you come in, at least give us a like button, give us something, right? We're not asking for any money, any donations, or anything like that. Just share, like, and so we can get this information out. So, in your opinion, when it comes to like dating, right? And then I got somebody in the one of the young ladies said she got questions. Also, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. You got two guys that's on here that knows, that has an idea. We're definitely not gurus. We're not relationship experts. We don't have a doctrine PhD. Our PhD is in the streets, right? We graduated from the streets of Hard Knocks, right? And probably in my timeline, have dated several different women, so we can definitely tell you a little bit more. Right. But look, let's go ahead and answer this first question first before we get in this one. Right. Okay. She says, okay, gentlemen, I have a question for you. If it's quality over quantity, which would you still be attracted to, a woman who wants to build a platonic relationship first before moving into the next level? That's one. And would you be committed to protecting that friendship and have the courage to communicate when you're ready to advance? So let's tackle this first one. Would you still be attracted to a woman who wants to build a platonic relationship first before moving to the next level? Go ahead. You want to answer that question for it, and I have some feedback.
Of course. I mean, if I'm attracted to her anyway, you know what I'm saying, I'm still gonna be as attracted to her if she wants to pursue the platonic relationship. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like a woman knows if she wants to have sex with you within the first 3 to 5 seconds of meeting you. You know what I'm saying? So again, if she want to give it to you, she's gonna give it to you. So you ain't even gotta act like that. You just be nice and let her build a platonic relationship you want to build. Get to know her.
Right. And you know what? This is a great question. I appreciate that, Ms. Carter. Here's my answer to that too. I was talking to someone before. One thing about this platform, I get inboxes, y'all. I get questions. And I get people sometimes even pull me aside and ask me certain things. But I'm gonna tell you this. Now, I told somebody before, and she said she was looking for to get married, right? And I said, why not look for a companion first, right? I think some people listen, it's okay that you want to get married, but sometimes we forget the steps, right? And I would think would be companionship, which is friendship. Find a friend, right? Yes, is it possible for me to have a platonic friendship first? Yes, because I want a friend first. I don't want a wife. I'm not looking for right now. I'm not looking for a wife. I'm looking for a friend, right? Friend first. Friend, someone that I can tell information to that's not going to be non-judgmental. A friend will also be able to listen. A friend will be able to not to be afraid to tell me information so that I can possibly assist in whatever it is that she may be into. So yes, platonic friendship first before moving to the next level. Absolutely. I think that's important. And again, I want to just say this clear to everybody. I understand it's a goal for a lot of people to get married. And before you get married, I just think that marriage should be within the fold, but let's look for a friend first.
Yeah.
Look for a friend first. And let's tackle the second question. And would you be committed to protecting that friendship, having the courage to communicate when you're ready to advance? Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't like darkness. I like to tell I like to give women choices.
Yeah.
Right. So for you, if you want to move to the next level, how is that communicated typically? I mean, you can role play it. You can tell me how you lay it out.
It really, if it's gonna go to that point, it's just you just have a conversation. I mean, for me, I would we've done coffee. You know what I'm saying? We've had our make all of these times. You know what I'm saying? Now tonight we're going to Ruth's Chris because and we're gonna dress up and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do everything done up till now and then include it. And, you're gonna know that and I'll have the conversation of, are, wanted to maintain tonic thing, my feelings for you are growing stronger or whatever, I'm kind of feeling the same way. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like clarity. I like clarity. White steps. I like clarity. And one thing about it is clarity cuts back on a lot of BS. Clarity also allows us to make sure we understand what the objective is. I don't
Exactly.
like to leave any woman in the dark. I like to say, hey, this is what it is, so that right at this. Listen, I'm at an age now. I'm actually really trying to relieve as much bullshit as possible.
Exactly.
Right? How do we eliminate the bullshit, fellas? Being transparent and being honest.
Right.
That's for all the fellas out there. If you're in the ages range of 40 to whenever you leave this damn earth,
Right.
the objective is to leave as much BS in front of you as possible. The BS we've experienced, we've dated all types of women, we've done what we could do. I'm sure being a military guy, you've had your rounds.
That's what I'm saying. Like I came to Atlanta. Really, I'm saying I came to Atlanta, and thought I found the one. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, ain't nothing I haven't seen, ain't nothing I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I guess
Yeah.
that is what I said. The day and age still kind of want just miss so independent, miss so want to do whatever. Doesn't want
Yeah.
you know. And I
Yeah.
mean, it you. But at the end of the day, for guys who wanna, find a wife, like you were saying earlier, I feel like a lot of people, from Mississippi, them today, say putting the cart before the horse. A lot of people, I want to get married. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. No, you're not. Of course, you might want to be married. The object, find that person who makes to marry them. Not just pick a person and then figure out how we gonna work like each other enough to get married.
Right. Right. And also there needs to be a mutual understanding too. I'm gonna say this too. This just hit me because we was talking about having choices as men, and and tell me what you think about this. And if this is my number, I say for every 10 women that I've probably met, only 2 is worth even considering to be someone that I would move forward with. 2 out of 10. What do you think about that number, bro? If I meet 10, it's only two. I'm gonna be like, you know what?
I'll say like 1.25.
What you talking about, a midget, bro? Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's the 2024. Little people, little people. That's that quarter, huh?
But
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's the same. Yeah, I feel like that. And then they talk about
yeah.
how high the ratio of women to men is. They say, but 21, but it's not even one. It's more. It's way lower than that. Maybe there might be a 20 available, but only I'll say 4 or 5 of those.
Right. And sometimes women think we have an advantage. It's not that many good men out here. These men, they either gay, locked up, and all that stuff. But guess what? It's a whole bunch of women that's free out here, women, and that don't mean we're at an advantage. We just got to sift more,
Right.
right? We have more opportunities to fail than you guys. Let's say that. Let's move that off the table, right? Let's move it off the table because sometimes women think that we have such an advantage of finding something, but it's not that easy. And I hate this. Tell me what you think about this, bro. Don't you hate when you have a friend, right, that wants to hook you up with a friend and she says, well, my friend is a good girl, right?
Right.
And what do you think about when you hear that? What's the first thing you think when you hear that right there?
The exact opposite. She's the bad girl. Very bad girl. Because she wanted to scoop the ass up already.
Right. Right. Okay, let me go back to this. We got a question coming in through the chat right here. Is it true men know within the first couple of dates where they see the woman in their life? Friend date only, she's marriage material. Yes. We know, and you can tackle this too, but we know. We just need to confirm and see some things, right? Because I'm gonna say this. Yes, we know, but also, in addition to, right, I will say this. Even though we know something, there's still some things that have to be confirmed. There's still some things because we don't really know each other. We have to kind of like, we genuinely be ourselves. But the main thing is that we have to also learn you. Some things we have to take away. Some things we have to add. Right. So doing the addition and subtraction of that is the process of us getting to know each other. But yes, we do know, but it still has to be confirmed, and we also have to learn how to fit into each other's lives so we can continue to get to know each other. So what do you think about that statement or even that question?
Yeah, I mean, there are, we all, we feel each other's vibes or whatever. So I mean, within the first few dates, know if if a woman is keeping your attention or not, date, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you like her. If you really like the date, you know what I'm saying, you might drop her off and then get home and text her or whatever it is. But if you really like her that much, you'll drop her off and then call somebody, hey, what's up? I'm just coming from the gym, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming through or whatever, and like how much you, like her. So you can just push, how far it's gonna go.
Yeah. I mean, we know what we're gonna do. Is either two things we're gonna do. I always say this. We either gonna wife you or knife you. Right? That's it. Them the only two categories. We gonna knife you, which sleep with you, or we gonna wife you up. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna let you know. Now I will say, ladies, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're with someone and you're in the dating stage or even just married and you guys aren't moving toward whatever the objective is, you may want to be in that certain space. But if you have a certain objective and goal, this fellas too, if that particular goal isn't seem like we're getting close to it, you may need to reassess with it. I don't believe in long stagnant relationships, right? I don't believe in 3, 4, 5 years and you guys don't have a goal on what you want to do, right? And ladies, believe me, I'm gonna give you a secret, right? One thing about men, right, is that when we want to be with you like that, we don't want nobody else to have you, right? We're gonna do whatever it takes in order to keep you where we want you to be, right? That's why, and I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but unfortunately, some people, men and women, try to marry a person to keep them.
Yeah.
That ain't it. That ain't it right there. So look, let me ask you a question. This is kind of a relationship question too. I've always wanted to think about this. So, in your opinion, why do you think that? Just why do you think that women are easy to forgive when it comes to cheating and men aren't? Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, women, they give you some opportunities. Men, we'd be like, oh really? Get your ass out of here.
And I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. It's probably because at the end of the day, the man from date one. You know what I'm saying? We've been using our resources. We've cut everybody off, and taking care of you.
Mm.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You ain't. Regardless, you ain't. I got a pair of socks for Christmas. You barely remember my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it monetary. It's not. I'm not saying it's monetary, but the man is the provider. Like I'm the head. So if I picked you out of the whole crowd, you can't just go give it to him for free or whatever it is. So you're supposed to be mine. If you're not gonna be mine, then kindly let me know, and you can go on and do what you want to do.
Yeah, for me, I think the nourishment of a woman keeps her keeps a man around even if he's cheat. Like, you guys are so forgiving, right? You guys forgive, right? And for us, we're not really that equipped to forgive like that, even though we mess up, right? But I also believe that men, we're not easy to forgive is because there's so much of attachment. When y'all cheat, y'all like them. We're like them. Hold on for a second. This is from she says, because we're just wired differently. If it's not fair, but what happens, right? Yes, and the difference is the nourishment part, but also for men, we just feel that, again, anytime I've been in the situation way long ago in my wayward days, let's just say way long time ago, right? If the thing about it is that there's always been, because I've been on the other side too where a woman cheated, right? With me. Yeah. And it seemed like I've got all the information I need from her. Because she would tell me everything that he's doing wrong. Right? She tells me everything. It's almost like they try to convince themselves that.
Right.
Before they cheat. They try to convince themselves to cheat. Right? And so for me, it's almost like you done gave this man all the secrets. Not only that, he probably blew your back out, broke the box springs, planted his flag, and in our mind, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. To see your woman getting WWE in the bedroom, you know what I mean? And that's hard, man. That's very hard though. But so what do you think about so being on the other end? What do you think about that thought? As far as like, have you been on that end where women has told you everything? Am I the only one that feel that way?
No, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know. Like for me, it's like there's I hear it, but
we hear all the stories.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, you know what I'm saying, it's because at that point in time, I'm not really, I'm not giving you advice or pointers. I'm pretty sure some of this is your fault. I mean, you can't blame them. You over here with me.
Yeah. Right. You over here with me. You done? Okay, come on. Let's go ahead and get this on. Get this out of the way. All right. So what are some of your biggest pet peeves, bro, when it comes to dating? What's your big? What are some of your turnoffs? And give me a turn on. Give me a turn off and a turn on, bro.
All right. One of my turn offs is, like I said, I mean, I guess it's kind of like entitlement. Turn off.
Okay.
Because I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good at, conversing, knowing to talk to a woman, and really I got like like I say, don't be entitled to anything, but just like accept it as it comes. And then turn on is somebody who will just let me be myself around her, let me crack corny jokes and talk about whatever, talk back with me, have something to say. A woman with a mind, who's got something to say back to me, not just that bullshit conversation.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest turn. I mean, I got maybe one or two, but one of them is like you say, entitlement. Right. Entitlement is definitely one of the biggest turnoffs that you think you supposed to, especially when you date. Listen, you gotta earn it. I'm at the earn it stage in life, right? I used to be given at the beginning, all right? Now I'm at the earning stage. And I think because maybe, I don't know, maybe I reprogrammed, maybe other women kind of juice me up. But I used to be that guy that just try to just give it all, you know what I mean, in the beginning, right? Now I'm at
rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountain, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And I give you the world, whatever that song says. I can't know this, but you're right. And we'll give it to you after we know you, ladies. Now, but off the top, I mean, I'm be honest. I'm at the earning stage, right? Because we got to earn something from you,
right?
We gotta earn your attention. We gotta earn your time. We gotta earn your, you know what I'm talking about. We gotta earn all of it, right? And it shouldn't be given easy. You should, and I say this, and ladies, I'm be honest with you, you should make us earn it. But on the other end, you got to earn some of the things you want in the beginning. You cannot judge a man off the first couple of dates as far as what he's not giving you outside of the attention and the things that you feel that you need to make you feel comfortable, right? There should be a level of comfort first. Once a guy gives you a level of comfort and then you understand where he is, then I can see at some point you may be owed something, maybe more time, maybe more dates, right? But all that stuff got to be earned. Entitlement to me is out the window, and I think the turn-ons is a lot. Man, we sound like which is allow me to be me.
Yeah,
bro. I get in the room sometimes. I'm loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm loud. I hate a woman try to fix me up.
Right.
They be like, I like that, but let me go ahead and put a bow on them. Let me take that away from them. Let me add this.
Right.
That's my turn on is allowing a woman to allow me to be me. Mm-hmm. Allow me to that's it. We just talking about the dating stage. Let's simplify this thing because we look so far ahead what's in front of us and not realize that, yeah, all those things you want for a long term, those things will come. But let's start off again, friendship first. Let's look for a friend first. Also, the entitlement of things you want in a relationship, you can't put that on a guy when you first met him.
Right.
You know, most people want to have a house mentality in their mind. Well, I wonder if he can, do this for me when we get married. That shit sound crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call this date night. This is not relationship night. It's called date night because we're trying to actually line up things so when we're dating, so we can make sure one, we're not wasting time, and then two, really to know what it is what you want in dating night. And so, any thoughts on that as far as that?
Oh, well, to go back and to hit the social media thing too. I mean, I think either even with that the way the apps are set up, a lot of times they program people to think. You know, because I've seen ones that says, are you casually dating? Are you looking for something serious and whatever it might be? You know what I'm saying? So now somebody out there say you're on a dating app looking for something serious, it's kind of it's like the oxymoron or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't supposed to be on here looking to get married. Like you and this person swipe and then y'all just get married like that. You're supposed to be casually dating, and it's a dating app. You know what I'm saying? But then if one person has the wrong box marks, y'all ain't even had a conversation yet. Y'all damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for the same thing, but because of this thing, he marked this and you marked this, we ain't compatible. You don't even.
Yeah, and slow down. We understand you've been through the rigors. One of the things I hate is the first time you ever had this situation happen to you before where you can feel when a woman be like, the first conversation, like she like you, she think you cute or whatever else, she gave you the number, y'all talk, then she be like, it's this energy of what you want from me, nigga. Mm-hmm. Right? You like the energy, like she's rushing the process to see when you gonna mess up. You ever felt like that before? Like that tension, that thing. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever felt that way before?
You gotta hit those certain marks to just keep her you know what I'm saying? If you miss one, then you gotta go back and make up for it. You better not miss it again.
Right. And, because I've had conversations before in the past, and it was like, and I call them out, bro. I'm at the stage now. I call it out off the top, right? Sometimes I know when I was younger, or even at a certain point, I would bite my tongue from how I felt.
Yeah.
Right. For some reason, now I'm like,
say it anyway. Or you end up most of the time you end up having to say it anyway.
Yeah, I like to say it off the top, bro. Remember we talking about patience and stuff like that. Being at age that we are right now, it's like our patience level is, and then now we're gonna call it out from the get go.
Right.
You know, we're gonna call it out now. I used to, like you say, I used to like meet a young lady, and I hear something strange or hear something I ain't like, and I used to just sit on it, right? And then now I'm like, hey, look, let me tell you what you're doing. I actually called somebody out one time. I called somebody out. I was like, let me explain something to you. You some of the supervisor, leave the supervisor personality at work. The supervisor mates, leave the supervisor personalities at work. Absolutely, leave that alone. But I remember one time I called a young lady out. One time she was like, it's almost like this vibe. She was like, hey, okay. It's like she was waiting on me to say something she didn't like, right? And I told her, I said, listen, let me go ahead and tell you what you're doing. I said, what you're doing is you waiting on me to find that aha moment with me, right? I said, you might as well stop because I see it, right? I see it right now. So I said, if you want to continue this conversation, you need to remove that right now. Right? You know, so I'm definitely at a stage now where I just call it like it is from the beginning, right? Okay, so let me ask you a question. And in your opinion, because we had this discussion, I had some guys on before, and we say something like women can't handle the truth. Do you believe that? Do you think they can handle the truth? They say they want it. They say they want it, but do they really want it?
No, I mean that. No, a lot of times they I mean, you know, I mean there's some truths they probably about us. But I mean, a lot of times I think a man can swallow it and kind of pick himself up. I think if a woman told the man the truth about himself, he's more willing to correct himself, and if he really cares about it, he's more willing to correct himself, or let her know, like, if I get you on moving. But a woman, if a man tells her something, the truth about something, she's more inclined to be hurt and make or whatever about it. And take her a longer time to get over it, or she'll either. I was going to ask you, as far as when you do, okay, so calling things out. So calling something out at one point in time will evoke either a positive or a negative reaction, right? So at that point, negative reactions, or you know what I'm saying, then that's how you know you draw the line right there. If I call you out on this and I never, but if I call you out on this and you kind of listen, say, hey, you know, I didn't notice I was doing that, or that could, whatever. You know, and I have those things for myself that I'm trying to get better at. Instead of when somebody might tell me the truth about myself, and I'm instead of being like whatever it is, I feel like, well, this is that. So as you do more and more of that as a person, those things that you react negatively about will start to be they won't even bother you when you hear it no more, because you've already dealt with them yourself and you already understand, like, this is a new person, or this is a new situation, or this ain't that. You know, this man is, you know, we just met. He's been nice this long. Now he's telling me something that maybe I need to hear.
Yeah. And as well as I try to correct that, I'm also open to correction too as well.
Yeah.
To your point, so I'm a balance. What I give is what I expect, and what I expect and what I get.
Right.
I also appreciate that. Let me go back and read something, because I've seen some good comments here. Right. Okay, she said, fellas have empathy with women who see a future with you. We might rush things, and I admit that, but see our eagerness as flattery. Women need men to communicate if we're pushing too hard. None of us perfect. It's about working together and understanding each other. Absolutely. Let me tackle this. When I say yes, there is empathy for it. And Ms. Carter, what I'm basically saying is that before you even meet a person, right, don't be so eager to be married. Be eager to find a friend, right? Yes, that is flattering that a woman would see a future with you. But typically now on that first date, she may know. I don't know. You guys can put it in the comment. I'm not a woman. I'm not going to speak for women or think what women think. But I think for my side that we have to show a sense of some type of security before you feel anyway, right? Women want security, from what I've heard, right?
Right.
And security is even when you first meet a guy, trying to figure out if it's even safe, because it's crazy niggas out here. One, and then now the other part of security is, can he secure a future? But my only thing is, I'm saying more so in the beginning, going out into the dating world, don't be so eager to say or see if that person is for you, because you got to make sure those other things are intact. The security part, if he's safe, and also the other side as far as the things I desire as a woman, the security that I need as an individual, can he meet those expectations? Right? And then decide if there's a future. Go ahead, bro. I know you want to say something on that.
Well, I was thinking. Well, the in my experience, I don't know why, but when it comes to dating and everything, it's like the word friend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost as bad as calling a woman a bitch in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
you just like you go to a new spot, you get with the homies, hey, this is my friend, whoever, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, you having a conversation about why did you just introduce me as your friend, such, and things going on because you're progressing in a, you know what I'm saying, you're hanging out more and whatever it is, but it's still like that. And never, you know, I haven't yet said I'm ready to go to the next level or have nothing, this and that. I'm just showing you the best of me, you know what I'm saying? And it's going well, but we still friends. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. I don't know. And a lot of my experience has gotten a bad connotation on a lot of things. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like then it's kind of like, well, you know, just searching for. I think what I don't know how many years ago I put on my Facebook page. I said something like, I'm saying even, you know what I'm saying, even a heavyweight boxer, you know, has to, you know, fight for the ring, you know, just to get the ring, you know, just by jumping in there. You know, you gotta train. You gotta. The ring comes with some work. You gotta put that work in to get there. You don't just go, I'm gonna skip over friend, girlfriend, and then once I'm girlfriend for 2 weeks, I want to be wife. That's too fast. Like, slow down. Accept the
Mm-hmm.
fact that I'm calling you a friend, because to me, calling you a friend means something. Why are we devaluing that word so much?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's important. Let me read this comment right here. Also, ladies, gentlemen, ladies, amongst each other, hey, put the comments, or not even comments, put the questions in there. We're gonna tackle these questions tonight. Now we got two guys in here that seasoned, right? We's two seasoned guys. And I say seasoned, probably been around the block and back again. You can call us Lowry's. Lowry season. All of y'all use it in your kitchen, right? So you got the Lowry's on tonight. Lowry seasoning on. And here's the time to ask your questions while we're here. So let me go ahead and read this comment right here. Real when only want the truth. I can only address the real matter and work and making the correction when the truth is provided. It's when men don't walk in their truth and the lies are detected and the truth is molded and wrapped in a presentation format that has to be unfolded. Yeah, facts. Hey, I believe it. But I guess sometimes we say some of the truth that some of the truth that we say women can't handle the truth is that I guess it's like the handle the truth as far as the vengeance that we got to deal with when we tell the truth, right? I
Right.
think that's what it is. I think the walls of Jericho will fall on our back. We want to be honest, right? But we know that hammer is
Right.
gonna come down on us, and I guess we judge it by saying we probably want a more softer approach because we're being honest, maybe.
Right. I mean,
You know.
ask me like, you know, it's kind of like this. I mean, for me, it's kind of okay. The one time something, you know, what you do today at work? I don't know. Keisha came in the office, she was whatever it is. Oh yeah, Keisha, who is it? Go through that. I'm like, I was being honest. Now you know, I should have just told you I just did some paperwork.
Right, right,
You know? And then
right.
know, so it's like, so then it comes on the man. Not that don't give you the excuse to lie or stretch the truth, but you know what I'm saying. It can be like you say you can handle the truth, but I told you the truth about something that didn't even matter, and you couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So if it really comes down
Yeah,
to
that's a good one.
talk about, how am I supposed to trust you to handle the truth? We still,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
yeah. You know what? You right because somehow it gets tied into. Yeah. I had a snack at work and I went to the vending machine and Laura gave me a dime.
Yeah,
Well, it's like you. I'm like, hold on, she just gave me a dime, right? I told you the truth. All right, last time you told me she gave you a dime. Like, I think sometimes when we start to curb the truth is when we try to avoid your own interpretation of the story.
I mean,
Let's
and
say
they
that.
feel like, okay, at the end of the day, okay, so you know, me and Laura have been working together for 5 years. Me and you've been dating for 3 weeks. I get a dime. I don't, Laura probably owe me some money. Nothing, ain't nobody to me. You know what I'm saying? But now I gotta cut her off. I gotta start acting funny at work.
Right.
Like so cut her off to satisfy you, and we ain't even. You know what I'm saying? You acting like this. You know what I'm saying? So you cut Laura off, somebody who don't even mean nothing to me. It's gonna gradually start chopping people out of my life until it's just you, and then what I'm gonna be left with? you
Yeah.
if you can provide, if you willing to take on all of this load of me being, you know what I'm saying, me having my social life and being able to be myself, then you're gonna have to. I don't think you're gonna be able to do it with that attitude.
Yeah. I think that's why we kind of layer it with a soft lie.
Right.
A soft lie. I'm not saying it's right, justifiable, but we try to, again, we're Lowry's seasoning right now. Lowry's seasoning does not want to have to deal with extra stuff, especially when we innocent of doing something.
Right. But I
Now,
mean, you know what I'm saying, in growing into and in maturing, you know what I'm saying, with maturity and experience, at this point in time, if that was to happen, oh, I got a dime from Laura at the water machine, whatever it is, if I get kicked back on it, I'm just, it's still honest. The truth hurts. The truth is, look, Laura's my friend. We do this all the time. If you can't really, I mean, this is work. If you don't, if it makes you uncomfortable, stick around and see. You know what I'm saying? I'll introduce it to you one day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
right, right, right. So, okay, yeah, be eager to find a friend. Absolutely. Be eager to find a friend and not a mate. It's going to come. When you find a friend, the mate is going to come. So let's do find a friend. We're doing find a friend in August, all right? I can think of something. All right, I got another comment before I get to the next question. Yes, correct. We have to know we can be safe with you emotionally and physically. And are you trustworthy, accountable, consistency? All are critical to a woman developing real feelings and opening up to connect with you. I need to get my readers, boy. Sometimes, boy, my words be running together, but it's all good. We got it. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to be. We definitely have to be like the accountability factor. I mean, those are some of the things that women desire when they look for safety. Owning up to your shit,
Yeah.
fellas. Own up to your shit. Facts. I feel like all parties would work at building a platform where the truth can always be acceptable. It's the intentions, not really the act. Okay, I like that. I like that thought. Okay, here go another one. It's not fair how they ask my opinion, but get mad when I give it.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's the other side. That's the other side. I guess sometimes we try to be soft, and when you ask your opinion on something, it's almost like in some cases. And tell me what you think about this. In some cases, you ask us. Sometimes it feels like questions are set up, right? Feels like some questions are set up, and if we don't give the answer that a woman wants, then we got to deal with a whole lot.
Right. I
We
mean,
got to deal with a whole lot.
sometimes it's there are talking to a woman about anything, fellas. If any piece of advice, anything that a woman asks you, every word, take account of every word that comes out of your mouth when you're talking to a woman because they are calculating it all. It's not just the answers, inflection of your voice, the tone. Did you turn your head this way when you said it? The last time, all of that. It's a lot that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you can really hone it in, just stand in it, and just kind of lay it out there. I mean, if they don't like the opinion. Life ain't fair. Okay, that's for her to deal with. You asked my opinion, I gave it.
Right. Because I tell you this. I like this comment. Right, I was looking at some of the comments too as well. That's not handling the truth. That's dealing with someone who can't handle their own insecurities. A woman like me, I don't want you if Lori at work does it. Oh my God! Speaking of which, she just hit a point.
Yeah.
Oh man, have you ever been in a situation, man, where I've literally had women say to me before in the past, they like, I can't mess with you because too many women like you.
Yeah.
That is, to me, is mind blowing. Look, listen, any ladies out there, can y'all explain that? What makes sense of that?
When I hear that, you want to mess with me. That's how I think.
Right. Right. But what if you trying to date? See, look, look at it. Here we go. I understand that. So you mean to tell me that women actually are turning guys down because other women may be attracted to those type of guys? Look at that. Come on now, y'all putting this stuff up here. Explain it to you got two fellas here that don't understand that. Elaborate on that for us right there, because that's understandable. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Look, absolutely. Look at that. So look, here's the thing. We like for other men to respect us, but envy us of the woman that we have on our arm. Right? Mm-hmm. Hold on. Here it is. Here go one. Boom. That's fear and protection. I'm not saying it's right, but it's reality. But why is that reality though? No, we want someone's desire to. No, we want someone. Right. Some do, but there are a group of women that don't want to bother you because they feel, I don't know what it is. I need that definitely explain, but it doesn't make any sense. But I know for me, I'm gonna speak for me, and you can speak for you too on this one. I like to walk in the room with a woman on my arm that's drop dead, right? Right. To me, for men, that represents status, right? And then too, another thing I like too, if in those cases, I like women to have that energy where, so that when she walks in that room, she has an energy to other men to say, other men look at her and it's like, well, she ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave her alone. She with Buddy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I like women to get off that energy, not a bad energy. You know what I'm saying? Well, you just an asshole. Right. But the energy, like, well, right. I can't touch her, because I see it in places where some women can get off this energy, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Where that, she's taking energy. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that, fella? What do you think about that type of energy?
I love that. I like that energy. I like to, know. I like to be able to get the girl that I know. You know what I'm saying? That is desirable, that is attractive, but also has that. I don't just talk to anybody. I don't just show my teeth to anybody. I don't just, put myself out there like that type. But still walks with that confidence. But when it comes to me, she'll be across the room and look at me and beam and smile, or or we know each other's jokes from across the room, like that. It's always that type.
Yeah.
I mean, and then have you ever heard of the whole? I've had to say that I'm gonna put on a wedding ring because you get more girls when you got on a wedding ring.
Yeah, that's facts. Being married, I probably got more play with a ring on my finger than I did without.
There's situations I've been in when I kind of, if I was, dropping off the rotation, whatever it was, when I did kind of like, oh, I'm with her now, I'm with her now, I'm with her now, I'm with her now. It's like, I'm getting news at 12 o'clock at night. Like, what the hell? You ain't do none of this before. You know what I'm saying? Now that I say I got a girl, you want to do all this? Nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. Look. So they still going in about this. Hold on for a second, because there are a lot of hurt women out there, just like hurt men, will say they'll never date a type of woman when they feel they've been burned before. Any man that says that he won't date a type of woman because he's been burned before needs to probably do a little bit more work on their confidence.
Right.
Right? I don't care what a damn woman does to me. I am not going to allow that to affect the next situation. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take time out to get back to where I need to get to before I get out here, or play my cards a little different. But I'm not going to take out. If I feel like I got to take out anything on a woman, then I'm not going to date. Let me ask you a question. After you were married, how long did it take you before you got back out into the dating space?
I mean, like I said, yeah, I was right. I was out there, because of the way it went down. Like she ended up having cheating on me while I was, away or whatever. So because of the way it went down, I really didn't waste no time. You know what I'm saying? I was, just out there dating. I was at that point in time. That was part of me not self-reflecting and realizing what happened. I'm trying to ban my wounds and my hurt and my heartache by, just running the streets and partying, doing whatever, and just going with it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the culture around me, was that, like all the girls that have been turning down, now I'm out here. Now I don't have to turn them down. You know what I'm saying? So, it was like that. I was out there immediately, but I carried that and that divorce into dating and dating and dating and dating, and saying it just kind of like rolled one into another for the longest time until I, had to met somebody I really felt like I liked, and kind of made me kind of, but then when I knew I wasn't doing the old stuff, we were still having the same arguments and conversations. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's me. I just kind of like started to sit down with myself and kind of like, I'm not doing it now, but why am I still having these conversations? So I really kind of looked at myself, be it right or wrong. I think there was some manipulation. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily for the right reason on her part, but because I liked her more than she liked me, probably just the whole game to her. But since I had that, I made me sit down and look at myself and try to, correct and really actually be the man that I knew, that I wanted to be, instead of kind of getting sidetracked just because she don't like me and then going out on a date with somebody else and kind of like going from relationship like that without taking any time to heal.
Yeah, I think the turning point for me is when I got rid of I'm gonna tell you, the turning point for me was when I think my biggest regret when coming out was probably that I stayed longer than I should. Right? I think once I got over that, I was ready to be serious about dating. Right? Yeah. Because I used to always say this, bro. I had a theme, right? My theme was, I don't want to be responsible for anybody's feelings, so I'm gonna do what I want to do. Right? The moment I felt that was done, where I felt like when I came to the conclusion that, got over the part of me staying longer than that, then I was ready to take dating more serious for me. You know what I mean? I could definitely say that. I'm going to go back because these comments been kind of coming in, but I'm going to look at these for. I think it's because many of us been hurt. This is back to the point we was talking about women not dating men that other women are attracted to. Been hurt by a man entertaining other women. So if you're already got a huge fan club of women always around, it can be turn off, and we are tired. That's really it. I mean, you got to have confidence enough to know that that's that man may not fall a victim to that.
Right.
Because a woman.
You could be the first lady. They're gonna be your fan. They're gonna be, if they fans of me, they fans of yours.
Right. Yeah, I said you got. She said I'm in the minority earlier about this comment. How can you not want the most attractive person in the room to be next to you? Avoiding high maintenance people is different though. That's a good one. All right. It's not that you don't want them. It's again because many women have hurt come from men entertaining other women are so a big fan club is not comforting thing to walk into. I mean, unfortunately, if you're on social media, you
Right.
got a fan club anyway. So listen, everybody got a fan club if you're on social media,
Yeah.
right? At
Especially,
any,
I mean,
go ahead, bro.
you can post, you post a good morning drinking a coffee pic, like DMs, whatever. You know,
Right,
it don't
right,
happen.
lady.
I think a lot of times they confuse and think that happens. Well, it don't happen like that for me. You know what I'm saying? Not for. I don't think that happens that way for guys because women don't really be in guys' DMs like that.
Okay, bro, I need you to say that one more time. Say it
Right.
again.
Women project that off onto us. They get it confused and think that our DMs operate the same way as theirs, and it doesn't. Women don't be in our DMs like that. Guys, like you can post. We was back in the day. I was in California. That's when Periscope was out. Periscope was out. You can jump on, go live, or whatever. I'll be on there trying to tell jokes and trying to get followers and do whatever. I couldn't. I get one drop out. I couldn't build a fucking following for nothing. But she get on there and drink water, eat a hot dog, and 3,000 and all this kind of
She got a woman.
nothing, no content. There with her face on the screen.
Right. Y'all got the biggest fan clubs. We the ones should be feeling a certain kind of way.
And
You
then
know what I'm saying?
they'll get mad at us for Lori giving us a dime at work when James bringing her a cup of coffee every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like what Chris Rock used to say. Chris Rock used to say, the husband, because all y'all got, and y'all think this so cute. All y'all got work husbands. Most of y'all do, right? And then Chris Rock had this comment where he was like, "Yeah, you got that man. I always want to help your girl out. Hey, you want a coffee machine? You want some dick? You want some dick? Yeah. You need these paper staples? You want some dick? You know what I mean? Crazy. Okay, hold on. Here's coming. Do you have any men that have had positive experiences with love? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you need to kind of elaborate on that question right there because
I had positive experience.
it's a lot of men I know that's been married a long time, ups and downs of marriages, but they still, I guess that's positive, but yeah. And I don't think this conversation is more so about how bad dating is. I just, right now, I guess, in order for us to correct the dating status, that we have to tackle the issues, right? And respect each other's views on things, right? So, hold on, I like this Miss Carter. She going in today. She's getting it off the chest. All right. I will tell you this. You are much more attractive to women when they see how you operate as a man in an exclusive relationship. Absolutely. Okay. Jack of all trades, Pam. Okay. And they do like, okay. Yes, they do let me see y'all DMs. Yep, absolutely. Keisha Nicole, okay, said, you right. I'll give you that. Right. Yeah, that's right. No work brothers. She said work brothers. Hell nah. You know most of y'all have like work husbands. Go to lunch with all the damn time, do everything. All right. We do think all y'all DMs be blowing up, so you shared some insight different than what I thought. Yeah. Even me doing this platform, right? My shit don't be jumping like that.
Right. And if they do come in the DMs, it's about some money, and I'm no money.
Right. I'm jumping, I don't want to be coming in there like, because women don't want to be as being thirsty, right? That's one of the biggest things y'all try to avoid of being the thirsty person. Now check this out, y'all. We probably got about 10, 15 more minutes before we can get our day started for the week. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and keep bringing them in. But I did have a couple questions more for my man said. Let me see. Let me pull my documents up, man. Okay. So in your opinion, and this is probably one of the good ones. I got two more, but this is a good one. When it comes to dating, how do you feel that we can bridge the gap? Because there's a gap in dating right now. So how can we bridge the gap? Like, what are some of the things that you feel that we can do?
Like I said, shed off all the superficial stuff. You know what I'm saying? fellas, really, it ain't about, you know, really. I'm not gonna say, I think we're going too far past the mark of how we're supposed to do it. And if you want to be out here doing a whole bunch of stuff, your 20s is for that. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit your 30s, it's time to kind of like get kind of settled down a little bit more, maybe mid 30s, kind of wind it down a little bit. But once you kind of get in the 40, you should be really, dating with a purpose or dating with, you know what I'm saying? Know what you want. You should know what, you know what I'm saying? Understand what you want, demand what you want. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Then we can elevate the dating game, because there's a lot of people out here still trying to date like we in our 20s and whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's for them. They experimenting and doing all that and going. So you don't even know what type of person you like. By this time, you're supposed to know that. So it's supposed to be easier.
Yeah, it's supposed to be easier. We should both at a certain type of age. We should know what it is. And I told a young lady this before. Actually, I went to an event today. And at the event, they were, I was talking to somebody I knew. And she was like, I told her, I said, when it comes to dating, a lot of times, one, we definitely have to be real with ourselves. And the expectation mark that we were talking about before, the expectations are so high. As far as, and then I think people are rushing the process.
Yeah.
Right. I think the process is definitely being rushed. I think we can build the gap. One, especially social media wise, is everybody want to, use social media as a way to learn stuff these days, which is, hey, it's nothing wrong with it. But if we are tired, there are a lot of positive platforms out there that are giving good answers without bashing.
Right.
I don't allow it. I actually screened some people out before I even came. Me and Ted have conversation well before we came in, right? And so I kind of get a good feel for who I'm bringing on this platform. And I think honestly that if there's any positive things that come out of this platform or any other platform, that information definitely needs to be shared, right? Because we're inundated by a lot of negative information, and the only way that stuff can survive is if we feed into it, right? It's like feeding a monster, right? If the monster's out there, and like let's say the monster is the bad negative information. Now, if the bad negative information is out there and we're feeding it and we're sharing it and we're doing all these things, it's not going to allow the positive things on us to bridge that gap, because we're not feeding that monster.
Right.
Let's be honest, right? And I'm gonna play daddy right quick. Right, play daddy. And I'm gonna go ahead and just say, out of the time we've been on here, we probably had over 200 people come in and out of here. Like I can see everything here. And I can probably say I don't even have even close to that many likes or shares, right? Even if you don't like it, put the thumbs down, do something. Say, Mark, shut the hell up and get out the line, right? I'd rather say that than just sit here, right? Because my point is that, and I appreciate everybody, especially on the Sunday night before work, to come in and, at least spend some time and hear guys talk about it. And next week, I'm going to bring some more guys. And then I'm going to bring a group of guys in. We're going to keep coming in. We're going to show you that there's a group of guys that can give you a message without slander. And then you can bring your questions on board so we can give you some positive answers, some real answers without slandering each other. And that's the purpose of this particular platform, so that we can find solutions without slandering. And I want you to, and this is my theory, I want to know what you think about this. Okay, so say it real quick. So this is just my opinion on how I see it. If you're looking at information from certain groups of guys that slander women, if you ever notice that those guys are really like the cornballs.
Yeah.
They're the cornballs. And they're listed. Okay, so and tell me what you think about this. I don't understand why in high school, I'm going to go back to high school, right? In college, right? And then even in the world, you guys don't even give men, those type of men that type of attention, right? You never paid them no attention at all, right? But I guarantee you, and I challenge every woman and man out here, that if you're ever would look at the mannerisms, the way the man delivers a message, if he's delivering it from an emotional standpoint, no logic thinking, just saying whatever, understand these guys haven't had the sauce, the season to really be able to operate in an order of women anyway.
Right.
They were the guys that you guys didn't even pay attention to in high school. The ones that the nerds, they're the ones that are frustrated, right? The ones that don't know how to properly communicate to women.
Right.
The great thing is, I always say this: the fortunately, unfortunate. Here's the unfortunate part that I've probably dealt with a few women in my life, but the fortunate part about it is I've learned how to. My partner said the dorks. I've learned how to communicate better, right? Because I had practice. Right. Good, bad, and difference is practice. As I've gotten older, I can communicate in a certain kind of way to let you know that I'm feeling frustrated about what you're doing or what men are doing. But I've had to practice. So I said all that to say is that don't allow that type of information to knock you off and start to fall into that depth of what men aren't doing. Whether it be a woman who's frustrated and mad and she's going to say all kinds of crazy stuff, or a man who's never had enough practice with women. They're going to be saying all kinds of crazy stuff. Understand who you're getting the message from. Don't fall into it. And then that's the way we can probably bridge the gap.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's the biggest thing. Go ahead.
One thing I experienced, I mean, there was a certain book that came out that was called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Lady.
Oh.
That should have never been the type of book. Act like a lady and think like a lady. That's it. Don't think at all. You know, we need to relate to the ladies. You start thinking like, man, you counter, you're doing the wrong thing. I don't want somebody who thinks like a man. I know who it was. I just didn't know if I should say the name or not.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get that because that book. I actually read that book a few years.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, you can't give certain people certain powers because it'll be abused, right? The moment
own hands.
Right. I don't really want to try to think like a woman. I want to continue just to be a man.
Right.
Period. Right. I ain't concerned about the other side. I'm concerned about myself. Because the more and more I'm concerned about myself, the more and more I can be better. So then because you attract who you are.
Right.
At the end of the day, you attract who you are. If I get my mind right, I'm going to attract women that's going to be in line with me.
Yeah.
All the time. Because I came to a space where I started dating women that were broken in the beginning because I was broken.
Exactly.
Right. I started dating women who wanted to date multiple men, and because I was dating multiple women. Right. But the moment I say that I want to find something that is for me and only me, I started attracting women that wanted men that was for them and only them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we're going to read these last comments before we close out. And this is a long one right here, but I'm going to go ahead and read it. This is from the book of Keisha, chapter 32, verse 53. Goddamn. What does it mean when you say rushing the process? I ask because I know men that have said they knew their wife was the one in the very beginning and wasn't wasting no time locking them down or even common law for those who don't want to get married. Then there are men who date for years, say they love you and don't want no one else to have you, but don't only truly lock you down. So what is it not rushing versus rushing? It's more of being with someone who's ready for what you're ready for. You want to tackle that question for him, bro?
What is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead. But first part, what does it mean by rushing the process? What do you mean by rushing the process?
Comment on the thing like, okay, you're going to hear, I think, that whole men saying, oh, I knew I wanted to marry her at the very first sight or something. Like, I feel like that's just makes the story sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have liked her a lot and she liked him a lot, but they still had to go through the process. And they just didn't really have that much turbulence because, maybe they were just both on that one plane. So you're going to have those people who just meet and are highly compatible. It's all about the compatibility level. So if a man is mad about a woman, that means he met a woman that he was highly compatible with at the time. And it seems like, hey, it was what it was. We've been going this long, it's been getting better and better, or it hasn't gotten any worse, or so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. But that's only going to work for a small percentage of the population. The majority of people, you know what I'm saying, have to, you know what I'm saying, work a little bit harder and get off some things and deal with some traumas, and, you know, hopefully they can work through that. And then even those who can do that are still, you know, end up saying, you know, we've been through this and we've been through that. But for a man to be like, I love you, and he just fell off, that man was lying to himself the whole time. So you have to, as anybody, from whether it be a man or a woman, you have to understand, just somebody saying I love you, it means nothing. Those are just words. You know what I'm saying? Just words. You gotta follow by the action. Is that person loving you like you want to be loved? Are they showing up for you the way you want them to show up for you? Just because they polish it over with I love you and a forehead kiss and a hug and a dinner at Ruth's Chris, but you still feel kind of shitty after that. There's a, you know, but you kept going along with it because now they're doing something nice and you're going on that roller coaster. Now years down the road, doing something you know neither one of y'all really wanted to do in the first place.
Yeah. And what we need, and I guess to add on what he was saying as far as rushing the process, sometimes when we in a bad space, we so quick to get into a better space, right? And so what we mean by that is when women and men go through certain dating stages, and they've been through so much stuff in the dating, and then they turn around and they meet someone that they feel like fits what they're trying to, the process starts. You can't rush it, right? Because you're ready to avoid the bullshit, right? And so what we mean by rushing the process is there is a process, right? I think some women and men want to rush the process. The process is, again, finding your friend. When you find your friend, get to know your friend. When you get to know your friend, learn to adjust to some of the things that your friend want. And I'm not saying sell yourself, but what I'm saying is that every situation is an adjustment. It's like going to another job, right? You can't take what you know from your other job to bring it over to the new job, right? There's a part of you that has to learn the new rules of the new job before you start the job, right? And then if you want to continue to marry the job and be with the job long periods of time, then that's it. But some people want to jump into the job and then they want to go straight to saying, I want to be here for this job for the rest the next 30 years. When you ain't even learn how to adjust to the vibe of the job, right? So that's what we mean by rushing the process. Everything has a process. Even if one person may feel that they want more or they want you more, you have to allow that other person to readjust to where they may feel comfortable. As long as they're being honest, and as long as they're being honest with you and actually locking it in, being transparent, hey, you better take that because it's a lot of non-transparency going on out there.
Right.
And a friend, like we just said before, is going to make sure that you're not in the dark. That's how you know you got a friend.
Right.
She said, you preaching on here this good Sunday. Yeah, we are. But look, we're going to wrap it up, man. We've been on here about an hour and a half, man. Hey, bro, look, listen. So I got a guy session coming in. Okay. I'm going to bring multiple guys on. I need you to come back in, bro. We're gonna call it locker room talk. We're getting in the locker room next time, bro. We're going to peel the layers back, and we're going to actually have, hey, look, y'all look out for it. Next time when I put the guys group together, next time I do that, I need you to actually share it. I'm going to advertise when the guys group comes out. I need all the women here to share it on your page so we can have all your friends, your girlfriends in here, your mamas if she need a man, and whoever you care for. We're going to have to bring some guys in. And all these guys I usually bring in are straight up guys. If y'all say y'all want information, we're going to give you some good information. It's going to be balanced. We're going to cuss you out. We're going to cuss ourselves out. We're going to get down with it. But go ahead, tell everybody, if you have anything, social media, anything you want to say or do. If you're doing stand-up somewhere, let us know.
Cool. I'm just getting back on the stand-up scene. I'll be coming in soon, but you can follow me on Instagram with that. Spelled CED. All the rest of it spelled normal. With that being said, I also got some podcasts on all podcast platforms and also on YouTube under the same. I'm trying to get my thing going back up on too. So of course we're gonna have to reciprocate. I have to talk about a topic if I do a show coming up. So I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the conversation.
Man, it's a good one, man. That's why, hey, well, our first conversation was a great one, man. But look, anytime you need us, man, let us know. I mean, you know, I'm more than welcome. Come on, man. We can put some jumping cables on the situation, man. We can get that thing popping for real. We can definitely get it going. But hey, I'm gonna go ahead and put you to the back. Hold on for a second, bro, before you leave, though. All right. Hey, so look, check it. We're done. We're finished. We done and we finished. So next week I'm gonna have another guy on, or maybe two, or maybe three. I'll let you guys know during the week. Sundays is gonna be our day. I don't have a set time, but when I do have a set time, everybody's out here. Just share it. It's date night. Date night is a platform that we want people to. Anybody can come on, ladies. You want to come on? You got some girls, friends that wants to come on? Hey, hit me up. This is not about me. I try to invite people on. I just share my thoughts, share my wisdom. Remember Lowry's, Mr. Lowry's. All right. But other than that, I thank you for your time, and we will see you another time. I appreciate you.